anyone has gone on Goa's road, you've seen there's a big line. There's a about 3 inch or 4 inch, trench along the road, which was caused by Reliance when they installed their fiber optic cable. We also see Reliance towers along the roads. So uh, that was a case in 2016 which I had filed in the vigilance because Reliance was not paying. They had installed the towers illegally, but they were not paying the rent. So finally, after a year they paid some 1.5 crores. Then they started digging these roads for installing these geo fiber optic cables, and you've seen the state of the road. They might have paid, but how many people have fallen because of this, because of digging the road and creating such a dangerous potholes along that. So now we have a new threat. We have
Yes.
Adani coming in, and Adani has plans to lay gas pipelines in the entire state of Goa and all the roads reaching to all the houses. So this is a PWD official I met, and today was the flag hoisting. So I met this official there, and he told me like, what are you all doing? Do you know, like 10 years, for the next 10 years, all of Goa's roads will be in a bad shape. I was like, what? Then he explained this. Adani has got permission or something, or in the process of getting permission for laying gas pipelines in the entire state, and they'll have to dig up all the roads, and they cannot lay the pipeline next to electricity cables. The government of Goa doesn't know where the electricity cables are exactly. They have water cables, they have sewage, this thing. So now you'll have a gas pipeline, and there's so many
Wow.
questions have to be asked. First of all, why Adani? Who was my? I am a BP. I have a cylinder by BP. So my neighbor has cylinder by HP. We have Indian Oil cylinders. These are government corporations, government PSUs, who have been giving us fair enough service. I'm not saying perfect, but fair enough. Uh,
Hmm.
Let them install. Let them set up a common distributing agency and let them install the pipelines. Why give it to a private company? The gas which is there right now, which is, I think in some places it has been installed, I think some parts of Panjim as well, it is cheaper than the cylinder. Why? Because like how Jio had given very
Yes.
cheap mobile connections initially, rather Adani is giving cheap gas. How they can afford? They have the stock market for them, so they take investors' money and they subsidize the gas for you for around 3 to 4 years. What they will do, they'll provide gas
Hmm.
connection to every household, promising cheap gas. All the gas cylinder company, the other gas cylinder companies, HP, BP, they will run out of business. The agencies,
Go out of
distributing
business.
agencies, will go out of business. Hundreds of people who are employed, whether it's the person who comes to give you the cylinder, the cashier, the managers, all those people are going to be unemployed. And finally, once all these companies run out of business, only person remaining will be Adani, and you'll have to only take gas from Adani, and then that time they're going to increase the prices. So this is the game being played. Reliance
This
Jio
is
tried
typical
that.
example of predatory
It's
pricing that both
it's
Ambani and
predatory
Adani
pricing.
have engaged in.
Exactly, it is monopoly of the highest order. It's crony capitalism. So telecom is going to be dominated by Reliance, and natural resources are going to be dominated by Adani. And Goa is welcoming them with open arms. So, if will other gas
Courtesy Goa
agencies be
government.
allowed, courtesy Goa government? So let's just assume for the sake of argument that other companies also will be allowed. First of all, since there are three different companies, Indian Oil, BP, and HP, setting so much of infrastructure among three companies is going to be costly, because if three of them do it separately, it's profitable only when
Yes.
there's one company like BSNL. There's one company providing for everyone, even your cable operator.
Hmm.
There's one person in your area who provides cable service. It's not good. Competition is
Hmm.
obviously healthy, but in this case, because it is less profitable to have more competitors, because then
Hmm.
if your house is connected, next two houses have another agency,
Hmm.
then a fourth house, what happens
Hmm.
is this: you're wasting a lot of pipeline, which instead, if they are connected to every house, it becomes more profitable for you. So that's what Adani is
Hmm.
looking at: complete domination of gas consumption in Goa. And if we accept them the same way people have accepted Reliance Jio, we'll end up with a scenario wherein at least Reliance Jio, there are still other options to port out of. With Adani, once the other companies have gone, you will not be able to, you will not have any other alternative to go to, because Adani gas will be the only gas that you'll have to use. The only other option is use electricity, but that again will be provided by Adani or Sterlite in time. So again, it's Adani entering our houses, and somewhere we have to debate whether we should support such a big project. Whether we should allow such a big project to come in Goa and have a complete monopoly. My solution: all these three companies
Absolutely.
should merge, like how the banks have merged, form one single gas company, and provide
Hmm.
let the let them provide gas to every household. At least we know the profits of that company will remain with the government and hopefully be utilized for the benefit of the citizens, rather than it being transferred into some shell
Absolutely.
company abroad.